8, the final runway 28 left.
Dublin traffic on SFS uniform at Brisky 1, crossing runway 34, continue taxi to stand 225.
Okay, good afternoon. We're on the ground in the ATR 72600 at Dublin at the moment. We're going to be flying to Edinburgh today. Should be a little short hop, cruise altitude of 17,000 feet. Everything's set up computer-wise. We just need to get in, get hotel mode sorted. There's no controller online at Dublin at the moment, so everything's going to be done on Unicom for now. Edinburgh's got controllers online. Whether they'll still be there when we get there, we don't know yet. So we'll just get in the cockpit, get sorted, get good to go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do then from here, get the beacon on. Fuel pump 2 on, and we're going to set engine 2 to hotel mode, which is effectively APU. So prop brake on, engine start to A, and engine 2 start, and then condition lever 2 to feather. It should start up without moving, so it's not moving, and it has started. Good. Okay, so we'll let that warm up. While we do that, we'll just set the barometer 1009 here at Dublin at the moment. There it is. Speed is set in. Once that's running nice and stable, we can disconnect the DC power.
Uniform full position.
528, 529. External power off. Ground power away. Okay, back door here. Gonna close this up. Can we do it? I don't know if we could do it manually actually. I think we have to do it from the front. Yeah, do it from the front, that's fine. Stairs up. Tail prop up. Leave the wheel chocks on for now. And we'll look to just get a report out that we're going to be starting up. Dublin ground, Gemstone 24 Tango, stand 5 to push and start onto Kilo, Dublin traffic. Sorry, X-ray. Okay, so we'll get a... Let's get the weather out of the way for starters. Pre-plan this pushback, so we're pushing back onto X-ray taxiway. I thought it was Kilo, but it's an X, not okay. Kilo's the next one afterwards. That'll do us nicely. Get rid of the wheel chocks there. Request the pushback, and we'll look to get going, get started. So engine 1 pump on. Landing elevation, automatic, altimeter is set, transponder needs turning on. I've not already done that, let's have a look. Survey, transponder's on, that's fine. Go back to comm then. Altitude, VNav and LNav. So altitude will set straight up to 10,000. Need to get a nice early climb, want to be about 17,000 before the Isle of Man. So 10,000 to start with, nav, VNav, there we go, set to IAS. Happy with that. Okay, power management takeoff checked, flight directors on. They're already on, that's fine. Trim should be set. Already. Yeah, 1.6 up, it's set, that's good. Let's clear that, let's set that to ND. And set that to ND as well. Okay, hydraulics auxiliary pump, give that a press, and then that should say ready. There it is. Prop brake off, engine 2 should go. There she goes. Condition lever auto. Start the pushback, parking brake off. Engine 1 start. Oh, start A and B now. Engine 1 start. To feather. There we go. And up to auto. Let the pushback go. That's all we can do now. So we're pushing back onto X-ray. Just clear all that. Don't want to see all that information there. Brake set. Okay, engines are running well. Hydraulic power should be no lights. Yeah, we're good. Pit up heat on. Set. Start mode off. Flap set. Flap set. No white lights. Taxi and nav. Nav's on. Taxi on. TRU on, and autopilot set, so just double check that VNav, LNav, speed, altitude, good. Dublin traffic, Gemstone 24 Tango, taxiing X-ray, Kilo and November to November 1, runway 28 right, Dublin traffic. Might go to November 2. Dublin traffic, Gemstone 24 Tango will be taxiing to November 2. X-ray Kilo November, Dublin traffic. Okay, let's go lights, strobe.
Dublin traffic, 71245 is lining up 28 right at November 2.
And all we need to do is Gus lock off as we get onto the runway. And we're good. We're going on Rotav 1 November departure. was quite busy at Dublin before. I'm not sure. I've got only 2 departures, so me and that aircraft there, basically the other Aer Lingus. Hey, Dog, how you doing, mate? Yeah, not bad, thank you. Always a good day for flying.
Dublin traffic, channel 1245 is taken off. 28 right.
Oh, why? What's happened? Mine's fine. There is supposed to be an update coming soon. A few people have said it's broken, but I've not had any trouble with it. What's been going on with yours? Dublin traffic, Gemstone 24 Tango, line up runway 28 right. Dublin traffic. Oh, really? That could be a livery. Are you just getting like a cockpit? That could just be a livery issue, not necessarily your ATR. I don't understand how your textures could be missing on the main aircraft. Mine are fine. So either there's 2 things with that textures. It's either going to be a livery issue or you've not updated to the latest version. So check both of those. I mean, I assume if your sim's on automatic updates, it should do. Oh, it's a strange one. Okay, we're waiting here now. Aircraft ahead there. Wait till he gets to a good altitude. Where's he going as well, actually? Let's see where he's going. He's going to Amsterdam. I think he'll be doing a southerly turn.
Dublin traffic, channel 1245 is passing 2,000 feet.
Oh, there we go. Dublin traffic, Gemstone 24 Tango, rolling runway 28 right, Rotev 1 November, departure to the north. Where's the notch? Guslock. I forgot to do Guslock. Of course I did. There's a notch. It should be notch. There it is. Oh, tail strike again. I need to get better at that. Clearly. Oh, wind hit there. Right, something's gone on with me ND. Not too sure about that one. So, I'm not sure where my flight plan's gone there. We'll sort that out in a second. Yeah, just delete that livery, mate. Probably needs an update, that's all. Okay, flaps up. There we go. There it is, that's what we wanted. Okay, we'll take that altitude straight up to 17,000, that's what we want. Not sure why that's come up with 23,000 there. We're off to Edinburgh, mate. Yeah, just off relatively short flight, about an hour it'll be probably. So we'll be making a northeasterly turn at the moment, heading north right now. Manchester. What about yourself? Yeah, home airport's Manchester. That's why I always fly to Manchester to and from. Quite a low aircraft there, I wonder where that is. Let's have a look. It should be on VATSIM. EIEMU. EMU. No flight plan. Well, that's not allowed. Oh, okay. Interesting. Where do you live then? Do you live in Australia or France? Or in neither? You could live in either of them. I don't know why I assumed it was one or the other. Oh, Pierre is French. Who'd have guessed? Oh, nice. Okay. Whereabouts in Hungary do you live, if you don't mind me asking? I've got family from Australia. Well, they live in Australia. Okay, so one thing I've not done, which I need to do, is... I get distracted here. Set power to climb, that will bring the power down slightly, but the speed needs to go up. So climb, gear up, power management climb, autopilot on, your damper is on. Correct, flaps are retracted, barrow set, which would do that now. Standard. Landing lights off at 10,000, we're just reaching 10,000. And we'll go taxi lights off, logo lights off, and we'll go seatbelt signs off as well. Now, next thing is at 17,000 we'll hit cruise. Once we're at 17,000 we'll set cruise power on there. And that'll be it till descent. What brought you to London, Pierre? I'm curious, what would bring a Frenchman to London over Paris? I know a lot of people from France do live in London. Oh, nice. Well travelled then. Chicago's supposed to be a dangerous city, isn't it? So the rumour goes, anyway. It's quite a dangerous place to live now. That's what I've heard. Is it right? Private toilet. I always forget about that. They've got a cab light. I do like the ATR. Get a nice screenshot there for Valanta. Always got to put screenshots on Valanta. I'm British, mate. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Okay, coming up 17,000 there, which is perfect. Within 10 miles. Once we're at cruise altitude, gonna set cruise power up. Yeah, if you're waiting now, I'd recommend maybe wait till Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, because that's going to be coming out soon, supposedly. We'll see. But apparently all the add-ons for 2020 will be working with 2024. I certainly hope so, anyway. We will see. I think I'll be getting it, even though I'm very heavily invested into 2020 at the moment. I just think there'll be gains that need to be got. I'd highly recommend VATSIM to anyone. Really easy to get into. I was a bit apprehensive at first because I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I went from no flight sim in at all to flying Microsoft Flight Sim, and then just as I was getting used to aircraft I jumped onto VATSIM, but I did do a lot of observing hours first. It is easy. Once you've listened to it a few times, you know what to expect. There's a very set way to do things. What I haven't done on VATSIM, I've not really done any general aviation stuff. I'd like to do that. Like sort of general aviation, just flights, because you basically go where you want. You're restricted in altitude. Okay, coming up to cruise altitude, 1,000 to go. Once I set cruise power on there, I love that view. Beautiful engines view. Yeah, so people are saying that the ATR's broken and needs an update and all this. I've not got any issues with it. There is an update coming. I'm not sure what the issues are that people are experiencing, because it's been very good to me. $17,000, cruise power set. Yeah, I love the ATR, mate. It's one of my favourite aircraft. I think in the UK especially, it's one of the most popular aircraft flying around. That's because of all the internal flights. It looks good as well, I love it. I love that little T-wing, T-tail. Perfect. You need to get yourself on Microsoft Flight Sim, mate. It's time to ditch pad. So people do say that there are better simulators, but Microsoft Flight Sim looks amazing. Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? I don't know how I'd feel now switching from Microsoft Flight Sim, especially 2024 is coming out, but as I say, supposedly the add-ons are going to transfer over. If the add-ons didn't transfer over, I don't think I'd be buying 2024. I think the issue is, I'd say, oh, maybe you could just buy the maybe you could buy Microsoft Flight Sim just for a couple of aircraft they don't have on paired, but the issue is once you come over to this beautiful looking sim, you're not going back, really, are you? Look at it. It's fantastic. think that would be the biggest thing for me, is like graphics do make a difference to me. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, certain sims are better, but yeah, this looks amazing, and 2024 is only going to be better, surely. It's got to be. We'll see. Yeah, well that's it. I mean, we spend all this money on PCs that we have to anyway, just to run certain games, and then if they don't look good, it's almost a waste of time by the end of it, isn't it? Hey, Exerted. No, I'm not sure. It has been a while, my friend. Like, I don't recognise the name, unfortunately. So maybe you did have another name, but it's good to see you nonetheless. I've had quite a bit of time over Christmas, so I've managed to throw a few streams in this week, which has been nice. Okay. Let's have a little look. We can get rid of pushback as well there. Goodbye pushback. Did that go? No, it didn't. It had a bit of a stutter because I was opening Navigraph. Unload that old flight plan. And import the new one. Okay, there we go. So we're literally just crossed over into Northern Ireland now, so we're under Scottish control. Scottish control is not online at the moment, and then we will get cover once we get to Edinburgh. There's an Edinburgh area controller just come online, so I'm pretty confident now that we'll have cover all the way down from the approach into Edinburgh. So we're just into Northern Ireland, going to be passing Belfast soon, and then making our way over to Scotland via Stranraer, and making our way through towards Edinburgh. So it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Pierre. Like literally, the graphics are what makes this sim at the moment. Obviously, it will get better over time. It will get better. Exerted, that's awesome. What? Are you a ground controller then? Are you? And where? Yeah, what airport are you a controller at? Hey, Air Travels, welcome back, buddy. You'll notice as well, I have obviously changed the weather to be a bit later on. Not the weather. This is live weather. It's just time that I've changed. Quite a clear day today across the UK. I went out for a nice walk. It's been almost a week straight of rain. Oh, nice. How was it? How was the hot chocolate? That's awesome. Is there a specific airport, or is Sub-Sahara Africa an airport, is it? Or is that an area? I imagine there's a lot of airports in Sub-Saharan Africa, surely. Oh, okay, so you can do it quite a lot. Nice. Well, maybe one day I'll have to do a flight down there. I think I did do a flight once upon a time down in South Africa, but it was very lonely, very quiet, and it was before they'd like updated any scenery down there, so it didn't actually look that great. But yeah, I'll have to give it a look. Maybe when the A380's out, do a nice long A380 flight from Dubai or something. That'd be pretty good. PMP. So I try to. That's going to change. I have been doing this week basically. So my job gets in the way of streaming quite a lot, obviously, as you'd expect. So I can't release a schedule or anything like that. This week I've had time off work, so I've managed to stream every day. And unfortunately next week I'm back at work. So I probably won't be streaming again until at least the weekend, maybe evenings. I'm not sure. But it's just one of them. I just stream as and when I can, really. So there has been times where it's been like a month in between my streams, but at the moment, this last week, it's been daily. I'm in the military, mate. So as you can imagine, it gets quite busy and does get in the way of streaming quite a lot. Yeah, I'll have to have a look for the events. It would be good to do an event down there. No, mate, I'm in the Navy. I've not seen VATSIM events down there recently though. How often do you do them? Is it like a monthly thing, or is it in between days? What? Because I do check the VATSIM events every now and then just to make sure I'm not missing anything. 121205 will be the next. 121.205. Just check that again. 121.205. Enter. So that'll be Edinburgh approach. And yeah, air travels. I know, nearly 800 now. I think, what is it, 4 away? I have also got a Facebook channel I stream to. I've got 2,000 followers on Facebook, or over 2,000 followers on Facebook. But the main audience at the moment is definitely YouTube. I think more so my videos are watched after I'm streaming. I mean, that's obvious because I don't release a schedule, I don't stream regularly, so my main views come when the video is not live anymore. But either way, it's a hobby. I enjoy it. I'm flying anyway, so I may as well stream, you know. If I wasn't streaming today, I'd still be flying this flight. Oh, that would be awesome. I don't think I'm going to be across Africa tomorrow. HKJK. Let's have a look where that is. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Nairobi. Nice. Oh, I'm really happy for you, mate. Like, it's one of them things. Like, I really do appreciate VATSIM controllers, because you make our experience, you know, what it is. If it wasn't for controllers on VATSIM, there'd be no pilots on VATSIM. I know it works vice versa, but it really does make a difference to my flights as an enjoyment to have a VATSIM controller there. So thank you very much. I'm glad you decided to become a controller, and I wish you the best of luck and hope that you continue to you know, progress, become an area controller eventually. That'd be very helpful to a lot of people. So thanks for giving up your time to be a VATSIM controller. I do appreciate it. I know it's fun for you guys as well, but honestly, it makes such a difference. I cannot fly now without VATSIM. Even though I've not got VATSIM now, I know that when I land at Edinburgh, I'm going to have a controller, and it really does make the difference to the flight. I don't know, mate. All I can say is hit that subscribe button, and you'll get alerted if I go live. I literally can't predict it. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. Air travels, all I'll say is just take your time with it, don't rush into it. Make sure you know what you're doing with your aircraft before you just jump into a busy airport. Like, try and go to a quiet airport first, speak to a controller at a quiet airport. They'll be happy to help you because they'll be quiet and they want something to do. And do as you're told as well. Like, if you're told to do something while you're flying, make sure you do it, because otherwise they'll just say your clearance is cancelled. They don't want to cover you anymore, which is fair enough. And just remember, although a controller may be happy to help you, a controller is not there to be a teacher. Yeah, that's true, but I mean, I can look across the UK at the moment, so there's like an airport tower controller at Kemble, and there's no traffic at Kemble at all. That's a small airport, but there's a controller sat there waiting, but there's absolutely no traffic, but he still wants to control that airport. So that controller, if I spawned there and didn't know what I was doing, he'd be happy to help me, you know what I mean, because he's got nothing else to do. But obviously, you just got to remember that they're not instructors. They're not there to sort of teach you every step of the flight. So make sure you do know what you're doing before you fully jump into it. Although they are happy to help you at times. You do have controllers the other way as well. There's yeah, exactly. If that guy's got nothing to do, he's sat there on tower control, he's obviously going to help anyone who spawns in and doesn't really know what they're doing. But then the other side of it is, you look at Gatwick. Gatwick ground has 29 people, so obviously they wouldn't want to help. Okay, Air Travels, I hope you're still enjoying your time away. Thanks for stopping by again, mate. Catch you soon, buddy. Okay, so that is Scotland ahead of us there. You can see. Just about making landfall. If we look far enough south, we can see England somewhere. There's the Isle of Man, I think. Yeah, that's the Isle of Man. So, oh no, wrong thing. We'll have a look. Getting a little bit of turbulence here, not much though. It's nothing to worry about. I'll keep the seatbelt signs off. Okay, so Isle of Man there, and we're making landfall at Killantringan. Don't know if I said that right. Killantringan, onto Leswell, to Kirkholme, past Ballantrae, Pinwherry? Pinwherry? Oh yeah, I bet. So I'm probably going to make you jealous here after you've just said about it being such a nice airport. There is a free version for Microsoft Flight Sim, which is the version I'm using, available on flightsim.to, and it's really good. It's a really good airport. I knew that would happen. I knew. Sorry, mate. I think there is a paid-for version as well, but honestly, this free version, you'll see when we get there. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not like a. It's not going to blow you away, but it's definitely for a free airport. Guys put a lot of work into it, and I really appreciate his work. You'll see when we get there. Dublin that I just took off from, that's a payware airport. So I did pay for that one, but yeah, this Edinburgh airport is a freeware. It's very hit and miss. There's a lot of airports that have been really well done as free airports in the sim, but there's a lot of airports that if you don't get the payware, there's no point getting it. Hey Legendary, we are going to Edinburgh, my friend. We just took off, well, I say just, we took off from Dublin bit to go now. We're at cruise altitude on our way to Edinburgh. That is Scotland, you can see in front of us, west coast of Scotland. And pretty soon we're going to make that easterly turn towards Edinburgh. And we will actually be on the approach as well. Yeah, exactly. It is a bit of a minefield because there's some stuff that honestly the freeware is better than the payware. So, for instance, you've got Exeter Airport, the busiest airport in the southwest, other than Bristol. Bristol's kind of, yeah, Bristol is southwest, I guess, kind of not. Exeter, there is a payware version by Aerosoft, which is terrible, and there's a free version by Superspud, and the free version is fantastic. It is payware quality and a lot better than the Aerosoft version. So you've just got to have a look around. That's the problem. You do have to shop around. There's pretty much every airport, there's at least 2 or 3 different versions of it, and some of the payware airports, there's multiple companies that make the payware airports, even though they're the same airport, and obviously one's going to be better than the other. But it's also about who's going to update the airport. I have done. I didn't really get into it. I don't know why. I've only given it a couple of goes. I need to try it again, because especially since the A300's come out, I'm not going to buy the A300 because it's just not an aircraft I've been looking forward to. There's aircrafts like the 777 I can't wait for. A 757 being made by Bluebird Sim, can't wait for that. You know, there's others on the horizon I'm looking out for, but the A300 wasn't one of them. And also, so for me, with the A310 being free, that's enough for me. For other people, they've said it's very good. Yeah, I think the big thing with the A306 that's just come out is that it's a freighter version as well, and that's what people really wanted. It's the first proper freighter aircraft in the sim, and I can see on VATSIM now there's A306s everywhere. You know, loads of UPS, FedEx flights, DHL flights. So yeah, a lot of people have been waiting for it. Okay, so 30 miles away from TLA, we need to descend. Where are we now? 54 currently. So we need to start descending. No, sorry, 30 miles away from Tartan. So 15 miles from TLA, we'll start our descent. Not going to be long. Let's have a look at information at Edinburgh. So looking at the ATIS, information Oscar, runway news 24, good. Transition level 7,500. Wind is about 10k. Shallow fog at 1,800 feet. 3 degrees. 1006. Okay. Easy. Easy. 10 knot winds. It might rock us a bit. This thing does react to the wind quite heavily. Speaking of wind, there's a wind farm down there. That's where they grow wind. Got Scottish moorland about here now. There's a big... This is the famous West Scotland Gorge. Look it up. Yes, I've got Volanta, mate. I think I might have to report that, actually. The West Scotland Gorge. It's not deep enough. It's gone. Look at that. As quickly as I found it, it's gone. Interesting. Yeah, so we're on Volanta right now. I have put a screenshot up. The flight plan is under EAI 24 Tango, so Gemstone 24 Tango. Emerald Airlines EAI. Beautiful. We've got a cloud out there, so get a little bit of cloud on the approach, which would be nice. I do like a bit of weather on approach. Well, we're over West Scotland. We're pretty much the only ones there. If you set it to VATSIM only, you'll see me straight away. We had a good flight, a good arrival yesterday into Nice. Took off from Gatwick to Nice, and on final approach with a few miles to go. Literally, I had to go around. Controller sent me around because there was a aircraft on the runway that shouldn't have been. EAI 24 Tango. EAI 24 Tango. Echo Alpha India 24 Tango. Let's have a look. 30 miles to Tartan. Upload a little screenshot for you. Not that you've just not seen it, you can see them both ways now. See it as a video and see it as a screenshot. There we go. This will be Edinburgh approach 121205 with pleasure.
Climb flight level 180,
118705. I'll get the next frequency in. 118705 for tower. 118.705. Edinburgh approach. Good evening. Gemstone 24 Tango. Flight level 170.
Gemstone 24 Tango, Edinburgh radar. Hello, Vex Isles approach runway 24. Squawk 6462.
Expecting vectors for ILS runway 24 and squawk 6462. Gemstone 24 Tango.
Gemstone 24 Tango, descend flight level 80 and fly heading of 050 degrees.
Down to 80, heading 050, Gemstone 24 Tango. Let's go down first.
Gemstone 24 Tango, you're number 1, so free speed.
Free speed, Gemstone 24 Tango, thank you.
Easy 6 off Mike, left heading 200 degrees.
And heading
Left heading
050. Oh, it's that way. 050 and squawk 6462. You gave me a lot of info then. 6462. That 2 going, yes it did.
Virgin 45 Romeo, Christian 46 Romeo Tango, Edinburgh radar, hello, fly heading 240.
Okay,
climb now.
Descent then, we've not got arrival data yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go seatbelt sign on. Altitude, decision height, we'll go 200, get that in. There it is. Okay, minimums are set, altimeter will be set shortly. Landing lights.
6 off Mike, route direct, nav so.
Yeah, I've got it saying.
Route direct,
let's have a look. Oh yeah, 2 knots. It says 10 knots on the.
Confirm it's nav so, November Alpha.
It says 10 knots on the ATIS, so I don't know if that's out of date.
Well, I confirm it nav so, November Alpha Victor Sierra Oscar. That's correct, you can route direct nav so now.
Arrival data I'll get on this one.
Bye-bye. Nav so, Unicom 122, decimal 8, thanks a lot, easy 6 bye bye.
There we we go.
Virgin 46 Romeo Tango, you may also route direct nav, so climb maintain 5180.
Direct nav, climb and maintain 180.
Yeah, I mean it says it here. It says 2 knots. So I don't know why they've got 10 knots on their ATs. Let's have a look.
Virgin 46 Romeo Tango,
Oh,
no
no,
further
vis-
ATC, Monkey Unicom 122.
That's my fault. I was reading visibility 10 km and read it as 10 knots. Never mind. Okay. So we're good at the moment. Coming up to 10,000 soon, so we'll get the lights on now. Oh, shit, I'm gonna leave the strobe lights on. We don't want to turn them off. Speed's always going to be below 250. He said free speed for approach, so we've got no issues there.
Edinburgh approach, FedEx 693 with you at 17,000 on the N1 Echo.
May as well slip
FedEx 693 and radar, hello.
to the ILS now.
ILS approach, runway 26, direction 24, fly heading.
Oh, we're going to give it a go, mate. We're going to give it a
Send
go.
and maintain flight level 110.
240 for course.
Expect vectors for ILS runway 24, fly 360 degrees and descend to...
Just check the ILS again. 108.9, 108.9. Yeah, 241. We want 240. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I got pressure put on me yesterday. I had to go round on the approach and then came in and I had people screaming at me for butter as well, and I did it. So that was in a 737 though, but we'll see about this one. You may just get a lot of drift. We'll drift down the runway.
If you could maintain high speed, please.
Maintain high speed, FedEx 693.
I think he's going to try and get him in front of me. That's why he said maintain high speed. I'm going to be 240 all the way in, up until we start the turns, and then I'll get the flaps down. So all I've got to do for the approach is obviously flaps, landing gear, gear, approach mode, and power management to take off. Let's see how we get on. Should be alright. ILS has come alive, that's good. Not got glide slope information yet.
Edinburgh approach, FedEx 693, we have information Oscar.
FedEx 693, roger, confirm aircraft type.
Type A300.
Thank you. FedEx 693, further right, heading 020 degrees.
020, FedEx 693.
Yeah, there's a cheap version of Navigraph, but I think it's Airac data only. You can pay for a month and see how you like it. There is a ChartFox. Have you seen ChartFox? So it has charts for free. Yeah, so it's called ChartFox. They are free charts. The only thing is the data is out of date. That's the only thing. So you may get older charts, but for most cases they are not that much different. And you don't get all the charts like you do on Navigraph. You get a lot of charts on Navigraph, literally hundreds, thousands of charts.
FedEx 693, descend and maintain flight level 90.
90, FedEx 693. And speed?
FedEx correction 693, if you can maintain high speed please, so 300 knots or greater would be great for now.
We'll maintain 300 knots. 693.
Gemstone 24 Tango, speed 220 knots, please.
Speed 220, Gemstone 24 Tango.
Easy 87 Delta Golf Edinburgh
Yeah,
radar.
he's gonna get FedEx in first. I do believe. He's keeping him high speed. I'm not number one anymore. There's 6 on the ground waiting to go at Edinburgh. It's quite busy today. Quite a small airport. Yeah, that's it. So it's literally, it's just a free website called ChartFox, and it's got charts on there for most of the major airports. It will have at least a chart that you can use. Multiple approaches. Definitely worth it if you've not got Navigraph.
FedEx 693, descend altitude 4,000 feet, Edinburgh QNH 1006.
Descend 4,000, QNH 1006, FedEx 693.
Gemstone 24 Tango, you can also descend to altitude 4,000 feet, Edinburgh QNH 1006.
Down to 4,000 feet and QNH 1006, Gemstone 2 for Tango.
FedEx 693, you can now reduce speed to 20 knots as you wish.
20 knots, FedEx 693.
So yeah, I'm going to be number 2 for landing now. I hope that 787's good for you, mate. I really do. Where do you think you'll fly with it first? There's the FedEx aircraft. Should be able to see him actually. There he is. 1,000 above us at the moment. We're descending quicker. Where from though? To Chicago, to Montreal, or from
left
Chicago?
heading 360 degrees.
360, FedEx 693.
Uh, 1006, there it is. Beautiful. Nice, that'd be great. Lovely flight. Maintain 220 knots if we can. Edinburgh City there, I think.
And
No,
FedEx
a
693,
little bit
you've
further
got
than that.
approximately 20 track miles till touchdown.
20 miles till touchdown.
So speaking of A306s, this
And
aircraft in
Gemstone
front of us
24
is
Tango, you've got
A306.
approximately 26 track miles till touchdown.
26 miles to touchdown at Gemstone 2 for Tango. Yeah, there's so many transatlantic flights from the UK. Yeah, it's an A306, so we'll get a view of it. I've got AIG models for the A300s because FSLTL doesn't do A300s yet. I'm sure they will do now there's an A306 out.
Gemstone 24 Tango, left heading 360 degrees.
Left hand 360, Gemstone 24 Tango. Oh god, I hate it when it does that. It makes me want to punch the screen.
FedEx 693, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
180 knots, FedEx 693.
Yeah, so you have to create a VMR. So you download AIG and you create a VMR file, which then uses vPilot, and then it shows VATSIM traffic using that VMR file. So a VMR file is literally just a list of rules, basically code.
Shut off entirely. Maybe.
FedEx 693, Roger. Not much I can do for you, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that, but FedEx,
yeah,
FedEx's engines.
See you later, my friend.
Thanks, mate. Well, good luck.
FedEx's engines are just shut
on the
off.
I-9 forum.
There he goes.
Yeah, it's the third time that's happened to me when I employ my spoilers.
That's not good.
It's definitely a
well, good luck.
Gemstone 24 Tango wreckage in sight.
Did his engine just die?
Yep.
Oh well, unlucky.
He just... Okay, so we won't see the A306.
Gemstone 24 Tango, left heading 340 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Left end 340, speed 180, Gemstone 24 Tango.
Gemstone, FedEx wreckage. Good luck.
Thanks, mate. I'll be careful with them spoilers. So he said he activated his spoilers and then the engine shut off. I think he's got a key binding issue. I'm upset with that. I was really looking forward to seeing the A306 as well. Never mind. Big airport for Edinburgh. Never mind, eh? Speed 180, let's get some flaps. A little bit too soon, but never mind.
Charlotte 24 Tango, you can send out to 3,000 feet, no ATC speed control.
Down to 3,000 feet, Gemstone 24 Tango.
And just on 24 Tango, no ATC speed control.
Yeah, no ATC speed control, Gemstone 24 Tango. Does that mean I can speed however I want? Edinburgh Airport there. There she is. Nice clear day with no wind. This should be a lovely buttered touchdown landing. But this is me. So it's not going to be. This is going to be Ryanair. Ryanair flying for Aer Lingus or Emerald Air. Because we're in Gemstone. EAI, ICAO code. Reduce speed, okay. We'll go 160 and then we'll go flaps down, gear down as well. Okay, we can't go flaps full just yet.
Charlotte 24 Tango, left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 24.
Left heading 270 and cleared ILS runway 24, Gemstone 24 Tango.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right, mate.
My fucking 787 is finding overspeed at FL 370. Is it normal?
I'm not sure, mate. Charlotte 24 Tango, you can send to actually 2,000 feet further with the glide.
He's done me again. Send to 2,000 feet and further with a glide. Gemstone 24 Tango.
Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. Gemstone 24 Tango, once you are established, you can contact Tower 118.705. Have a good evening.
When established, over to tower on... I have got it.
118.705.
118.705, thank you very much. Cheers for the cover, mate. Catch you next time, bye-bye.
Have a good night, mate. Bye. All stations, Gatwick director is closing one. The landing key A 5100.
He just said Gatwick. He just said Gatwick.
Easy 41 Delta Zulu, clear to Stansted, Tower 6 Charlie, departure runway 24, squawk 2215.
Clear Stansted, Tower 6 Charlie, departure, squawking 2215.
He called me Shamrock again. We're
Easy 41
with
Delta Zulu,
Gemstone.
apologies, that's the
Hey,
Go
sir,
Sound 1
how's it
Charlie
going?
departure, that's my mistake there.
Go Sound 1 Charlie, Easy 41 Delta Zulu.
Edinburgh Tower, good evening, Gemstone 24 Tango on final, runway 24.
In a bit.
121755, Easy 41 Delta Zulu, thank you.
Next 35 Kilo Charlie, should we change seconds?
Edinburgh Tower, good evening, Gemstone 24 Tango on final, runway 24.
Gemstone 24 Tango, roger, continue approach runway 24, 1 ahead, making a touch and go.
Continue approach, 1 ahead, Gemstone 24 Tango. Traffic in sight.
Channel 35 Kilo Charlie, apologies, there's been a control handover. Unfortunately, no further agency available. On a Unicom 162 decimal 8, enjoy flight, bye bye. No worries, I'll take Unicom, Channel 35 Kilo Charlie, thank you, bye bye. Shamrock 51 Echo Juliet, cancel lineup clearance, hold position.
Cancel lineup clearance, 51 Echo Juliet.
Okay. We'll get a little bit closer and then we'll go autopilot off. And we need to go take off power there. What else have we got? Approach, gear down. Yeah. We're all good. Flaps full and autopilot off. Okay, so I have control. Straight away, we're getting a little bit of wind from the right. 10 knot crosswind there. So I'll keep it steady as best I can. We're going to be landing just over 100 knots there, so it's 104. We're already drifting. Straight in with a crosswind, that was relentless. I'm at max speed now.
Delta 24 Tango, traffic is assessing the Grand Caravan, running the right hand visual circuit, runway 24, cleared to land, surface winds 270 degrees, 3 knots.
Gemstone 24 Tango, traffic in sight, clear to land, runway 24.
Shamrock 51 Echo Juliet, apologies for that. Behind the landing ATR 76, runway 24.
Hey Messi, how's it going, mate?
Behind for real this time.
Okay, here we go.
Line up and way
Yeah,
behind
I
the
hope so,
Gemstone,
hope so.
51 Echo
It's
Juliet.
perfect conditions, it's 2 knot wind on the surface. So we'll see what it says. It will come up at the top of the screen. It's probably going to be minus 3,000 feet per minute. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you very much. It's been a nice flight. The weather's perfect. I've changed the time so it's daytime. You know, we're all good. We are on manual flight now. Watching those pappy lights. Need to get the nose down a little bit. There's a little bit of lift going on there. There's a Shamrock aircraft there, so that is a Aer Lingus. We are Gemstone. We are Emerald Airlines, operated by Emerald Airlines for Aer Lingus. They operate the ATRs.
500.
Minimum's at 200. Let's get some speed down a bit. 104 landing speed, remember. A little bit low there. Get the nose up.
Approaching decision height.
Ooh, getting a little bit bump on final there.
Height.
Continue.
One hundred.
100.
50.
Retard.
30. 20.
Come on, baby. Missed the touchdown zone.
10.
Oh, that was pretty hard. 274. Never mind. I let you down, guys. I let you down. I'm sorry. Okay, flaps up. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the best at all. I did yesterday. I landed too soft in a 737. I landed at like minus 60 feet per minute. And today, way too hard. I do find it hard with the ATR. I think it's because the wheels are so short to the bottom of the aircraft. I do always land hard. Gemstone 24 Tango, clear of runway 24.
Jefferson 2 Tango, thanks very much. Welcome to Edinburgh. Contact ground 121.755. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
121755. Thanks for cover. Gemstone 24 Tango. Bye bye.
Shamrock 51 Echo Juliet, runway 24, clear to take off, surface winds 270 degrees, 3 knots.
Okay, runway 24,
Right, after landing, first of all, we need to go to ground 121755. 121.755. Welcome to Edinburgh as well, everyone. So over to ground, and then we've got flaps up, which are done, strobe landing lights, pitot heat and TRU. So pitot heat.
Requesting Alpha clearance to Krakow.
Easy 93 November uniform. You are
Pitot heat off, TRU off.
Runway 24,
Come on.
squawk 7.
I'm now going to put the gust lock on as well. There.
Clear to Krakow on the Turla 6 Charlie departure, runway 24, talking.
And then we'll do the lights in a second.
Easy 93 November uniform.
Easy 93 November uniform.
Oh, look at that. Edinburgh ground, good evening, Gemstone 24 Tango, just clear of runway 24.
Gemstone 24 Tango, Edinburgh ground. Hello, taxi stand 1 via Alpha Echo.
Alpha Echo to stand 1, Gemstone 24 Tango. Okay, so we're going to get to the terminal and shut it down. I'll open the back door and that'll be the end of the stream. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Flown from Dublin to Edinburgh today. The flight was less than an hour, but I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, please do follow or subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Metsi, tips for talking to ATC. Definitely just listen in first. Listen for a while to make sure you're happy and confident, and then once you're pretty confident with what to say, that's when you go for it. Because the last, I mean, it happens. I've choked on the mic before. There's no reason to be nervous or scared at all. Absolutely no reason for it, because they will not ridicule you for getting things wrong unless you constantly get things wrong. But be confident. But to have that confidence, you kind of need to know expect what's coming, if you know what I mean. So understand that, you know, you have to request clearance, and then after clearance you have to request push and start. After request push and start, you request taxi. After taxi, you're going to get handed over to tower. After tower, you're going to go to departures. After departures, you'll then go to an area controller, so on and so on, and then all the way back down again. So if you know the procedures, that's the best thing, because that gives you the confidence. It is daunting at first, don't get me wrong. I was exactly the same, because I was going into a world I didn't really know, and now I love it. I cannot fly without VATSIM. I absolutely love it. It makes the simulator for me. On the ground, these are all players here at Edinburgh. We've got quite a few aircraft waiting to go. Busy airport, 8 aircraft waiting to go. Okay, so we're coming up to stand 1. No worries, mate. I hope you do find yourself on VATSIM, and I hope you enjoy it when you do. Nope, there's a missing air bridge there. Could be a sim issue, that though. Stand 2. Okay, just before we turn in, we're going to turn these lights off so we don't blind people. And we won't be using an air bridge today. We'll be using our very own stairs provided at the back of the aircraft. Oh yeah, you gotta do it, mate. You gotta do it. Oh no, the brakes aren't working. What happened there? That's probably an issue. The hydraulics just went off, which is strange. Okay, well, it's an issue for another time. There is an update coming for the ATR. There's the issue. The hydraulics cutting out. Let's get in there and go. Engines off. Main door, tail prop. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.